This is your Donnelsville Elementary Announcements.
Good morning, Donnelsville. This is Mrs. Strader broadcasting live from Donnelsville Elementary during our Hats Off to Eric Carl Right to Read Week. Hey, I hope that you've already remembered your hat and that you read some over the weekend, getting yourself all geared up for Right to Read Week. We'd like to welcome our substitutes today, Mrs. Summerfield and Mrs. Fink, and we'd like to celebrate a couple birthdays. These two ladies beside me had birthdays over the weekend. Isabella, you had a birthday on Saturday. Who's your teacher?
Mrs. Pine.
And how old did you turn on Saturday?
6.
All right. Did you have a good birthday? All right, good. And Elena's beside her. And Elena, who's your teacher?
Mrs. Mullins.
And you had a birthday on Saturday also. How old did you turn on Saturday?
6.
All right, happy belated birthday to you as well. Hey, you both have a hat on today. Okay, all right. Now, let's find out what's for lunch today. Abby, what's for lunch today?
Barbecue.
All right. And Jackson, what about that weather today?
Cloudy.
All right, like your hat too. All right, mine fell over. All right, now, boys and girls, before we get to some fun stuff, real quickly, remember the bathroom. We need to be taking care of things in the restroom. Got a report that we've been having lots of toilet paper, paper towels, stuff on the floor, soap on the floor. Please take care of it just like you would take care of your bathroom at home. Make sure that things end up in the trash can and then that we're not wasting our supplies down there. All right, now again, hats off to Eric Carl. All week we're going to be reading books by Eric Carl, who's a wonderful author, illustrator. Hey, we'll read one on the announcements each day. Teachers, we're going to do that at the end of announcements. If that doesn't work with your schedule, feel free to stop after the announcements or after the pledges. We'll also get those posted to the website right away, so if you want to go back and just have your students watch that later, you can do that as well. So we're trying to make that a little bit more up to you as to how you handle that. We would like to recognize, we just had a few students come down with the reading challenge, okay? I know I got a chance to read to my own kids last night, so I filled out a couple flowers. Every 10 minutes you read, you get to fill out a flower. So you can color it, cut it out. And we have some other students who brought in. They're just going to tell us their name and how many flowers they brought in today.
Madison and 1 flower.
Good job.
Colleen and 2 flowers.
Good job, Colleen.
Spencer and 4 flowers.
All right. Spencer brought in 4 today.
Grace and 1 flower. Sophia and 1 flower.
All right, good job, all of you. Now, I know that there's lots more of you out there that brought your flowers in today. That is wonderful. I just want to get a few kids on to help everybody remember. It's real easy. Read 10 minutes, fill out a flower, cut it out, bring it in, and we're going to start just hanging those up in the hallway. Teachers, you can just get the kids a piece of tape, let them stick it on there, and start lining those hallways. Let's see how many we can get. Hey, just think, there's 440 kids. Hey, even if we all just read every night 10 minutes, start thinking about how many flowers that would be all over the hallways. All right, now tomorrow, our book of the day will be The Mixed Up Chameleon. Okay, so we're going to wear mismatched clothes. Kindergartners, we realize you won't be here for that one tomorrow, but when you return on Wednesday, we're going to read The Grouchy Ladybug, so everybody wear red and black like a ladybug on Wednesday. All right, thank you for joining us on another edition of the Donnelsville News. Have a great day. Remember, we're all here to learn. Stay tuned to hear Mr. Hoke reading The Tiny Seed.
Those flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently down on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird does not see it. Now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they are going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch, but the tiny seed lies very still and the mouse does not see it. Now it is spring. After a few months, the snow has melted. It is really spring. Birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls. The seeds grow so round and full they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore. They are plants. First, they send roots down into the earth. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up toward the sun and air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the other new little plants. It is a big fat weed, and it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from one of the small new plants, and that little plant dies. The tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. It will be too late. Hurry! But finally, it starts to grow into a plant. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud! And now even a flower. But what is happening? First, there are footsteps. Then, a shadow looms over them. Then, a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. A boy has picked the flower to give to a friend. It is summer. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on, and it doesn't stop. The sun shines on it, and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It is taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. Now it is autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower, and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more, the wind shakes the flower, and this time, the flower's seeds pop and open. Out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail far away on the wind. And that's the end of the tiny seed.